Morning everyone, and welcome to what is the first edition of the Martins Hill Mercury. We're going to be doing a weekly newsletter during the course of the season, keep people up to speed with what we've been up to during the week and possible entries for the week after. This week has been quiet on the racing front. No runners, simply because the winter horses have been a week short. The summer horses, by and large, we're getting them ready for their last run, and as a result, busy in the mornings, quiet in the afternoons. We've been able to school loads this week, which has been fantastic. The rain came, we've been able to get on the grass, everything has schooled a lot. I mean, Tuesday morning we had 20 odd schooling, this morning we've had a load schooling, and I'm very pleased with how everything is going. The 3-year-olds and the 4-year-olds all progressing nicely. They're probably all getting quite close to being ready for a break now. But in terms of what is going to be running in the near future, we'll start with the summer horses, who are probably going to be having their last run fairly soon. Alexander the Grey, Shady Glen, they've both got entries this week. Shady Glen plan is to go to Huntingdon with him, 3-mile handicap chase. Alexander the Grey's in there as well. He's also in at Wincanton, and he'll be in at Kempton at the weekend as well. And we'll just pick wherever the most suitable race looks for him. On the racing club front, Benton's lad, fresh from his win last time out, he's ready to go again. He is in Hereford on Tuesday. He's in Wincanton Thursday, and we will have a look over the weekend to see what race looks most suitable for him. He's in great order, and fingers crossed he goes well again. Jessica Rabbit too. She has been placed in her first 2 starts in handicaps. I don't think she'll be too far away. I'm quite keen to run her at Stratford next Saturday. I think there'll be plenty of rain, and I think there'll be plenty of cut in the ground. Then looking to some of the horses who'll be having their first runs this week. We're hopefully going to run Elkbridge at Huntingdon on Tuesday. She's a really exciting mare. Nice point-to-point form last year as a 4 and early 5-year-old, and then she took it all to a new level when she switched to bumpers in the spring. She goes in the 2.5 mile mares maiden hurdle, and I think she could run a really nice race. Also to Huntingdon, fingers crossed, we'll take Telson Barley. He really thrived at the end of last season, stepped up in trip. There's a 3-1 handicap hurdle for him there that I think just looks tailor-made. He's been in good order at home. I think he's strengthened up. I think he's grown up mentally over the summer. I hope he'll run a nice race. Wednesday looks like it's going to be Weatherby, depending on the weather. Dublin 4, who's a really nice, young, exciting maiden hurdler, novice hurdler this year, will go there all being well. I think he'll benefit from a really big galloping track. And Cafe Blanco will also go there. He's run some super races around Weatherby in the past. He can be a little bit keen early on in the season, so we might just run him over slightly shorter trips, see if he'll settle off a slightly quicker pace, but he seems to be in great order. Later in the week we've got Sammy Liu, who again last season he spoiled his chances a couple of times by just pulling early. Seems to be a lot more relaxed at home, so hopefully that'll be the case with him. We've got Exploiteur, who will run towards the end of the week. He's another really exciting young horse that we've got. He's going to be a relentless galloper. He's a big horse. He's probably still going to need to strengthen up a little bit, but he's going to be a 3-miler over time. I think this season, first half of this season, we might just keep him down in trip a little bit though. We've got Follow the Swallow is almost ready. He obviously finished last season really well. He just got better and better as the season went on, and finished it off with a super win at Warwick. Delighted with that. He likes a sound surface without being quick, so he's an autumn horse. He'll have entries Stratford and Kempton, and I think probably the ground's going to be better for him at Kempton. 2 of the mares that will be running over hurdles, we've got Distant Lady and Casting Grey. Casting Grey obviously ran very creditably in the bumper, first time out for us at Kelso last time. She'll now go over hurdles, and Distant Lady won her bumper and then finished second on debut over the brush hurdles at Southall towards the end of the summer. She's had a little break. There's mares maidens and mares novices at Market Raisin and Ludlow next weekend and then the week after. So we'll try and keep them apart, and we will run them in those races. Hey Bill, he missed a piece of work earlier in this week. That's just kept us back a little bit. We'd love to run him at Wincanton next week. But what we might now do is aim him for the Cheltenham meeting in October. There's a 3-mile amateur riders chase there, and Lily could ride him in that. Derek d'Anjou is one that we haven't seen out for a while. He missed a good chunk of time with a leg injury. Then he came back, ran a couple of nice races earlier in the summer. We've just had a couple of niggles. Then the ground went against him. He's now well. The ground looks right. He seems in great order. So he will be ready hopefully the week after next. He does want a bit of cut in the ground, so we'll just have to pick where we go with him. Zulu Dawn is another that isn't far away from a run. He had 3 super bumper runs last year, ran really well in 3 high-class bumpers. He now turns his attention to hurdling. He's been schooling very well at home, and he will have entries for Stratford on Saturday that might just be a little bit soft for him. He'll also have an entry for Kempton on Sunday. Everything else is a little bit further away. 3 horses that a lot of people have been asking about. Ask Ben, well, obviously one of the superstars for us last year. He should be ready tail end of October, very beginning of November. There's a race at Newbury for him early November that looks like it might suit. Ami de Bois, he has come back after his summer break on sparkling form. We've got 2 or 3 options for him. There's a race at Cheltenham at the end of the month. There's a race at Kelso at the end of the month. Half a mind just to keep him back an extra week or so and go for the Badger at Wincanton though. And then Skip the Cuddles, one of the yard's real characters. He seems fit, he seems well, he's a lazy horse at home, so you never quite know, but he's enjoying life. Again, there are a couple of races for him towards the end of the month, and then the longer term plan with him will hopefully be go cross country, and we'll look for that at the Cheltenham November meeting. But no, we are always at this time of year excited to be getting going. This year's no different. We've got a cracking bunch of horses, and I think we're in for a really, really nice start to the season.